This is Jennifer, and today I'd like to show you my Angular JS project. This is the final assessment for my Learn Verified program, and then I graduate. I decided to make a book club application, mostly because I miss my book club that I was part of in Tanzania. We've all kind of moved different places, and I thought it might be fun to have something online where we could all go to still talk about the books that we're reading and connect with each other. So when you first come to the page, you can see here is our main page. We've got links to about, books, discussion, and a user profile. Underneath the banner, you can see that we have the option to log in or register. So let's go ahead and log in. Okay, now that I'm logged in, you can see that my options here have changed. You can see my username, and then I have the option to log out when I'm finished. And then this is just the basic home page. If I click on the home link up here, it takes me back to my main page. And here I have an opportunity to see what books people have left reviews for on the site. And I can also do some filtering to try to find what I want. So, for example, users can rate the books that they read. So if I want to look at books that have a high rating, maybe the highest rating, I can click here. And now it will show me only the books that have the highest rating. I could also search this even further if I wanted to find a friendship read book. Now I start typing and it's limited to only what matches both the typing and the rating. So rating is one way that I can search. I can also search just by the input. Let me refresh the page to show you that. And here it will search all of the text. So if I wanted to search for a specific author, I could type in the author's name and find a book that someone has talked about. Or I can also search by a title, maybe. And here we can see At Bertram's Hotel meets the letters that I'm typing in here, so it limited it to that. These are clickable links, so when I click on one of these, it takes me to the book review that was written for that book. So I can see the title, the author, what the person rated it, and then read a little bit more about why they gave it that rating. While I'm here, if I decide that I would rather look for a different book, I can use my book search function down here to find more books. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that later. If I've decided this isn't what I'm looking for, I can click go back to search results and it'll take me back to my main page. So that's the main page. This is just an about page. It shows you a little bit about the purpose of the application and some of the different options that you have to do here. So you can read and review books that you read. You can also find new books or discuss your favorites on the discussion page. This is our books page, and when you get here, this is where you can try to find books that you would like to read using the Google Books API. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and type in a book that I have read recently, The Storied Life. I'm going to see what comes up with that. So I click Find Books, and here we can see the top results that Google Books found. I was actually looking for this one, The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. If I'd like to read more about it, I can go ahead and click here, and it'll give me some more information. So I can see now there's a description, when it was published, the date that it was published. I would like to go back and clean this up a little bit. One of the things I haven't figured out yet is how to strip the HTML tags out of the description. This is data that I'm getting from the Google Books API. I think it would be a lot more readable to have the HTML tags stripped out, so I'm still working on figuring that out. Again, I had the option to go back to search results if I read the description and decide this isn't what I'm looking for. or I can go ahead and add a book review. So now this gives me the option to add a review for this book. I tried to bind the title and author input fields with the title and author up here, but it didn't work once I added the model, so I'll have to keep figuring out how I can do that. But for now, the user would need to type the title and author in. Enjoyed this book, just a very basic review. I would give this one a rating of 4, and then when I submit my review, now it takes me back to the search results, so I could look for another book. And if I go back to the home page, we can see that my review has been added to the list. That's pretty much it for books. Discussion is where I have the opportunity to take a look at posts that people have written, or I can add a post of my own. Yeah. And now we can see that my post immediately gets added to the bottom of the list. I have the option here to sort posts by either username or the date that they were created. So if I click username, now I see, well, here's created at, and I can see that they're in order now. And then username is not working, so I'll have to go back and figure that part out. Always something new that you learn when you're doing your walkthrough. The last thing is a user profile. So when you get here, you can look at the reviews that you have written. So here's a list of all of the reviews that I have written on the site. So if I don't remember what I said, or I want to take a look at books that I've read, I can go here and look. I don't have a way for people to edit these yet, but that's something that I will add in the future. I can also take a look at the posts that I have written here. And if I click on Okay, so you can see a list of your posts there. So obviously I have a couple of kinks to work out, but it's coming along really well, and I'm pleased with my progress. Thanks for watching.